Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this True Reviews today. I know I'm kind of bombarding you with reviews today, but I really wanted to talk about these movies with you today. And my final review for the day is going to be Spider-Man Homecoming, which was directed by John Watts and stars Tom Holland as Peter Parker. And I love this movie, you guys. I am a longtime Spider-Man fan. I think I've been in love with Spider-Man for as long as I can remember liking comic book heroes, and he's always been my favorite, and of course he's right over my shoulder, but he is such an interesting character because he's kind of the everyman, and I think that's why a lot of people love Spider-Man so much. And as we look at the past incarnations of Spider-Man, this is the 7th Spider-Man movie in the past about 15 years, and the first set of Spider-Man movies by Sam Raimi I thought were really great, especially number 2, Spider-Man 2, I think is an incredible film. And I think that those movies do a really good job at capturing Peter Parker. I think Tobey Maguire was a really great Peter Parker. I think that the second set of Spider-Man movies, the Amazing Spider-Man movies, I love Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone as Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy. They were dating in real life, and it shows because their chemistry on screen was really great. But Peter Parker was so cool in those movies. He skateboards in the hallways. He uses old school cameras. He's got great hair and cool glasses and whatever. So they didn't really capture Peter Parker very well. But I thought Andrew Garfield was a really great Spider-Man. He had that cockiness and those quips that Spider-Man is very well known for. He had those down very well. And as we come into this new version of Spider-Man with Tom Holland, I think he's kind of the best of both worlds. He is a really great Peter Parker, and he is an incredibly good Spider-Man. We saw him first in Captain America Civil War last year, which was my favorite Marvel movie. I absolutely loved that film, and Spider-Man was a big part of that. And so I was really looking forward to see what his own movie would entail and how they would, what direction they would take it in. One of the things that was floating around for a long time was the idea that the director, that he wanted this to be a very John Hughes 80s movie. He wanted it to be kind of like the Brat Pack movies of the 80s, like Breakfast Club and 16 Candles and Ferris Bueller. He wanted it to have that vibe and that humor. And one of the things that I felt like was lacking in both incarnations of the previous Spider-Mans was the high school element. And they absolutely nailed it in this one. The high school element is so well done. All of the characters, the supporting cast, are incredible, especially Peter's best friend, Ned, who is an incredibly hilarious character and brings a lot of really good humor. So a lot of the humor comes from very similar beats that you would experience in a John Hughes 80s movie. The cast was awesome. Again, Tom Holland as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. The villain, played by Michael Keaton, was so refreshing. Oh my gosh, it was so great having such a well-developed villain who was acted incredibly. He was very well written. Michael Keaton was so great. He's very menacing and he's very believable. You get the movie opens with a little bit of backstory about Michael Keaton's character, and it's very interesting. And I think it fits the tone of the movie and fits his character perfectly. I honestly think this is probably my favorite Spider-Man movie. Again, Spider-Man is a character that I've loved for a very long time, and I was so looking forward to seeing an adaptation of him that really included everything that I love about Spider-Man, and this really was it. It was exactly what I wanted, and I got everything that I was wanting, and everything that I was expecting out of this movie was delivered, and I absolutely loved it. So, having said all that, I'm going to give Spider-Man Homecoming a 9 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. Again, I've just posted reviews for Hunt for the Wilderpeople and Dunkirk, so be sure to click on those and check them out. I'll put them right here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at TrueReviews32, on Facebook at True Reviews, and then click that red subscribe button just below me. That'll give you updates and let you know every time I post a new video so you can keep up with that. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.